Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today's video is just going to be another stream recording, this time from when we were reviewing Luda, Speedy and Muzz and their FNCS wins, some of the tips and tricks and stuff that helped them win. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the support recently, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. But I mean, look at these tags they're getting, man. Like, they sorted their positioning out, they sorted everything out that they did wrong in one night, and that's not an easy feat. Like, and of course they came second yesterday, but it was a 50-point difference they had to make up, so they had to fucking pop off today, bro. Zones were fucked. Yeah, zones were fucked. Zones were insane. But they got such good tags this zone here. But, you know, these guys played really well too. So 300 above, like 400 above, these guys are chilling. They can focus on the next rotation. There was one thing that was hugely different from yesterday. Their surge, they were hard chilling every game, basically. They didn't have to worry about it. Apart from last game. I was freaking out in call last game. I will watch last game later, obviously. But that game where they were hard isolated, north, and they had to take a fight, I was... Alright, so on edge of third here, but they're probably not worried because they're quite elevated. If you're this high up, you can get pretty good, decent off a bouncer. So nicely elevated, they can probably get good distance of a bouncer, but they're probably happy to just walk this one as well. Their mat conservation up until this point has been really good because they've had a couple of really nice zones. They haven't had to use many mats. What they've been able to use, they've probably been able to refarm a lot of. So, a couple peppers. So they've obviously got the pepper spawner. And then Toy Swag tries to fuck with them, alright. Nothing really far for the half here, which is nice. So this game is a 10 kill second. Alright, so it pulls back so they can use their old tarp, which is nice and easy. But look at the mats here, bro. 137, 600, 700. Like, that's a lot of mats to go into late game with. That's a free first moving. They pull first moving too, so a free first moving. They can go through their old tarp as well. And then on top of that, they probably get the rest of first moving on fuck all mats because they're on edge. And they can take second moving really easily as well. So they're set up to do really, really well from here. So they can leave their right side open. We talked about this yesterday as well. The savings really add up. Like, look at how many slots they're able to leave wide open there. Oh my fucking god. Well, I mean, it's a free kill. Love that. What's up, Likes? How you doing, bro? They've got themselves again to the first moving axis, which means they can access dead side of second if they want to. Pulls back though, so they can basically have it for free. Might look to bouncer later on, because they basically have this entire side to themselves. So they reuse all their old stuff. So again, you got to think all the savings are adding up, right? Like we saw them leave all of this wide open. I keep on pointing at my screen, like you can see what I'm pointing at. So all this area here, they've left all of this wide open. So they made all those savings there. Now they're walking back through it. They're making even more savings. So if we look at Speedy, Speedy still has 114 builds. Muzz only has 30, but that's not a big deal. He's not the lead tarper. And Luda's got 600. So there's so many mats here. So many savings they've made, bro. It's crazy. And they start to move around. So they're holding a really nice hedge here. That River Sound style tarping that we've talked about before. Keeping a portion of zone both in front of you and to the side of you. Remy and Spraz did really well today as well. They got gifted on zones a little bit, but they did really well. Third moving pops, and Luda leads really nicely here. Again, that River Sound style tarping, identifying the edges they need to hold along, being able to leave the right side open. Start to think about how many mats they've saved and how much that's added up, right? Like they're leaving all of this open. They went back through their old tarp before, which was wide open as well. Like, it just fucking adds up. It makes it so easy to play late game when you have this many mats left over. 200 for Speedy. Muzz gets a god refresh there. But, you know, he had 200 there as well. Ignore the fact that he got a refresh. And Speedy's still got 900, and they're in top 8. Have they really done anything spectacular? Not really, to be fair. Like, they've just kind of tarped really nicely, held an edge, and made savings. Like, really good fundamentals. Speedy's been fantastic this season, man. I reckon he's been one of the MVPs of the season. He just won't get enough press because he's not like that mechanical, exciting player. It's like Jinx. Jinx never gets much press because he's kind of like a, you know, he just does stuff well, you know. But Speedy's been one of the MVPs this season for sure. And like again, they haven't really done anything spectacular. They've just kind of, you know, played mid-ground and played it really well. Only got 4 kills, so they pop off here obviously. They get 6 kills, but when you've got Speedy with 200 mats left, Muzz with 300, and Luda with 200, you can control so much space around you at this stage. Getting these kills is so free, because Speedy keeps your header zone, you can shoot back at anyone fighting back there, and if anyone wants to come up and try get a header zone as well, that's fine, you own all the space. Those savings adding up, you think about maybe what? How many matches you reckon they save? I reckon they save probably like 300, 400. If you take away 400 here, take out the 700 that Muzz picked up on the refresh, they're basically running out of mats. Those savings really fucking add up. It goes to show how important that is. Also, you see that they very rarely pull the pickaxes out. Most of the time they try and shoot through builds. And that's really important as well, so that if someone's behind them, you're already going to get damage on them. But I mean, Muzz pops off. Muzz pops off here, man. Muzz just goes nuts. They own all that space in front of them. Like I said, they can get ahead, control the space, and basically just look to dominate. Gets his finish. I think he takes out Spraz here as well. But again, that idea of making the savings adding up, man. I don't know how many picks they managed to get here, but these were also, you got to think how influential these picks are, right? Because if you get these kills here, it's another 2 points. You might not end up winning, but those extra kills, yeah, so he gets the kill on Basil there as well. So that's an extra 4 points because it came down to a 1v1. So those extra 4 points really add up if it gets close, you know. Alright, so again, these guys are really good on this. Like, Luda's Surge recently has been ridiculous. Like, this guy just hits Surge tags like it's nothing. It's actually ridiculous. So they put themselves into a really good spot here. So because they can leave early here, because they're in lazy, basically, which is central of second, but because they leave early, they get to control the side of this hill here. And that means they get every sight line out onto here. Their Surge is going to be so free this game. And it keeps on pulling, obviously. But it's so free. Snow, thank you for the 4 bits, man. I appreciate that. So watch and see how Speedy rotates this. So it pulls up the hill again. So again, you got to remember, vertical awareness extremely important in these sorts of zones. Zone pulls up here. Look at where you have to go over. You got to scale that fucking. So there you go. Look at that. Straight away. Teams that are vertically aware, hugely, hugely important, right? See how I want to see how these guys do in this game. But the fact that they got up so quickly shows me that they're like that hyper awareness is huge. Speedy, exact same thing. Gets up nice and early. Probably want to clear 1 or 2 more layers here. You're gonna find it difficult. There we go. So they clear everything. Look at how dead this game already is. We're already down to 35 people. I mean, last game that we had like 40 plus already. See how many more die. I'm not going to get too many more die here. A lot of people still caught back zone there here, right? So this here is why this vertical awareness idea is so important. Oh no, everyone sort of got through. I thought there were like 3 or 4 people back in zone here, but there's not. Everyone made it through, so these are the guys that did their homework and made sure that they cleared the layers and got up early. Right, staying ahead, really simple. Again, the idea of vertical awareness coming in, really important here. You're going to hear that a lot as we go through these zones. It's small, but it builds up really quickly. If you're not up early, you get caught in amongst these people building over the top of you. You've got to break out, cut out. You've got to do something to clear that layer, so... You know, you don't do it early, you're going to have issues, but, I mean, I don't think they have many mats left to do it, right? Yeah, 8 mats, 10 mats, yeah, so they don't have enough to do it. And to be honest, the fact that they make it through to 9th here is pretty impressive, considering where they were. Pick up another pick, but like this is just hoping and praying for a decent center zone. Speedy doing a really good job to get them through all of that congestion. Holy shit. That's huge from Speedy. That game there makes all... Oh, that move there about just hard focusing, getting back to front zone, literally makes all the difference there, man. Got no mats left, but they got a really good tarp to work from. They got some good space, and from there, like, they can hope and pray they get a pick, which they do. Another 2 points. Hopefully another placement point. Like, huge from Speedy, bro. They played through that scuffed stuff so well. Misses a shot there. We're going to ignore that happened. La 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 la. Because he did so well to get them through to that point there, man.